It has finished. Overwatch League, as we know, is over. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. What we're going to do in this video is take a look at the end of Overwatch League, where the game could go, and kind of talk about our experiences with Overwatch League. And I think the best place to start is here. This is the very end of the broadcast of the 2024 Overwatch League Grand Finals. This is Zoe. She is the desk host. She's been the desk host for years and years and years. I think in the first season, Puckett was the primary desk host. I think Zoe actually did some desk hosting then. She was a member of the panel, and also she was the sort of on-floor, on-the-ground interviewer, interviewing the players. Of course, that all took place in the Burbank Arena. But yeah, enough of me blabbing. Just watch this. It's great.
And just like that, the 2023 season is coming to an end, and we get to look back at 6 incredible, unforgettable years. It's really impossible to express the emotions that all of you out there and us here on the desk are feeling right now, but I will give it a try. I currently feel an immense sense of gratitude, love and pride, thinking of the heroes behind the scenes who have shaped and built the Overwatch League. You all made this so much more than just a competition. This was not just a show, all right? This was a shared dream that was uniting us across borders, languages, and differences. It was the hard work and the commitment of everyone out there, which was bringing the teams and the fans alike the best possible experience each and every show, and all of that has been nothing short of remarkable. And to my broadcast family right here with me on stage, and everyone who joined us in the past as well, your voices have guided us through the ups and downs, through all the action the past 6 years. Just thank you. Your talent, your love, and your passion has made this an unforgettable journey for us all. And you out there, the fans, your cheers, your tears, the unwavering support, you were the lifeblood of this league. You made this so much more than just a gaming community. This was family. You are incredible, and we want to thank you so much for every single moment you shared with us. And of course, our teams. You all embodied sportsmanship. Your dedication, you taught us resilience and teamwork through victories and defeats. And now that we close this chapter, I think we should all just look back at it and remember the moments that took our breath away. We have to remember the friendships we got to form and the lessons that we learned. So from all of us, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being a part of this incredible journey. It's been an honor, a privilege, and a joy to share this experience with all of you. Thank you so much.
I mean, honestly, that's just incredible. But what a delivery there by Zoe. I mean, that you can't fail to not be moved by that. I mean, you could see the emotion on the faces there of everyone on the desk, everyone involved with the broadcast. The casters were all there, like the whole broadcast talent team was essentially there. And yeah, I mean, it is sad. It is desperately, desperately sad. Now, what we know in terms of what's going to happen with Overwatch League now is Activision Blizzard has offered basically a payment to the teams if they want to not continue with their franchise slot next year. We expect a lot of teams to take up on that. Some maybe won't, but we expect most of them will. And yeah, where does that leave the league? But before we get into that, I just kind of want to show you this, because this is this is Reinforced posted this, and this is actually really good. This is the Overwatch League montage. Nick Edmonds, I believe, made this, and this is from all of the seasons, right? But yeah, let's just watch this, and then I'll talk some more. But yeah, check this out. I mean, that's season 1. That is, I was there. Like I got to go on the stage at the end of this, because obviously I was part of Spitfire, and we won the inaugural season. It was crazy. I mean, I remember being there at the Atlantic Showdown Gamescom 2016. That was the first LAN, I think. Reinforce actually played in that game. I think he won, actually. I think he did, yeah. Or his team won. That's me. You probably didn't even... You can't even tell it's me. But my hand is on the back of... I think it was Birdring who was on the shoulders. Because I didn't want him to fall over. I was like, oh, don't fall over. Also, this 0-hour soundtrack. So, like, the sound design in Overwatch is just undefeated. It's so incredible. Alarm the legend. I mean, you cannot fail to be moved by that. If you were into Overwatch League at any point, watching that back is like, I mean, like I've said, like my experience with Overwatch League is back in 2018. I was part of London Spitfire. I was officially called the British consultant. Essentially, I was like an influence for the team. Well, I did do some marketing, I should say, stuff for the team, and some like other bits and pieces behind the scenes. Nothing too deep though. And yeah, I mean, I got to go to the Burbank Arena multiple times to see stage finals and just be there to watch games. I got to do stuff with the team. I mean, I remember when we got a big, massive team house in Burbank, this big mansion. It was all very fancy. 2018 in the finals, went to New York City, the Barclays Center, and got to go on the stage at the end of that as Spitfire won. That was an incredible experience. 2019, Philadelphia, I went to the finals that year, although Spitfire didn't do as well. And then 2020, I believe, was an online final, and that's kind of where it sort of ended for me. That was the last time I went to Overwatch League, was the 2019 finals. Yeah, so I've done it. I don't want to say it's been a massive part of my Overwatch career, but I was involved in Overwatch League quite a bit, actually. You know, the more I think about it. But there's some stuff I want to show you guys anyway as we go through this. So what I want to do is show you this now. So this is, I think we should give a shout out to the winners, actually. So Florida Mayhem, who were notable for being one of the worst teams a few years ago in the Overwatch League. They've now won the finals. They were undisputably, I should say, the best team by an absolute country mile throughout the whole season, basically. I mean, you could probably say, okay, Atlanta were pretty good as well. And Houston were decent as well, to be honest. But I think it was Mayhem's to lose, and Mayhem won. So big congrats to Mayhem. Basically the last winners of Overwatch League as we know it, essentially. So I also want to sort of go on now and talk about where this goes, because what's the situation with Overwatch League? Is Overwatch still going to be an esport? This has just gone out. So this is 1 minute past 5, and I can tell you guys I'm recording this video at 7 o'clock. So it's 2 hours old, this post. And they say this: with the completion of the 2023 Overwatch League season, we will be focusing on building our vision of a revitalized esports program. We're eager to share more with you as details are finalized. Now, what that means is, midway through this year, Activision Blizzard said to the owners of the franchises, so the Overwatch League teams, we will pay you millions of dollars if you don't want to take part in our league next year. Now, these teams are still operating at a loss. However, most of them will see that payout as a way of recouping some of the fees that they actually spent on their team. So they're not going to come out break even. They're definitely not going to come out positive, but it's a damage limitation exercise. The question was to the teams, do you actually want to continue with this next year in a completely different format? Maybe we can make it work, because ultimately what teams need is a way to make money. The original plan for Overwatch League was obviously all of the geolocated stuff. So it was go to an arena in, let's say, London, Spitfire plays a game, plays against teams, and then you sell tickets for that event and you sell merchandise. That's how the teams were supposed to make their money, on top of getting sponsorships as well. The problem is the best way to make money with esports is in-game items, and there just wasn't enough of that in Overwatch. Maybe there will be in Overwatch 2, because we know it is hyper monetized to the absolute teeth. So we'll see. But yeah, Overwatch League, most of the teams are expected to drop out of this and just say, like, look, that's it. We give up. Goodbye. The question is, will it still be called Overwatch League going forward? Probably, because it's still a decent brand. What about the franchises? Who will own them? Will there be new owners? Will there be new teams entirely? Will we be able to see the likes of Cloud9 just having a Cloud9 team? Or actual named esports orgs coming in and just having a team? Will that be an option? Again, this is all up in the air. We don't know. But we do have a little bit of info. And I want to jump over here and show you guys Reddit. So this is Bren. And just listen to what Bren says. Let's turn him up a little bit.
There are rumors that talking with VSL Face It. Yeah, I heard rumors that they're moving to like third-party organizers.
Guys, smash the subscribe button.
I heard
Leave
rumors
a
that
like
they're moving
if
to
you
third-party
appreciate
organizers.
this co-stream.
And what are you saying right now? And like a lot of it's gonna be moving back to like Korea.
Okay, so Bren is saying it's going to move to a third-party organizer, and a lot of it's going to move back to Korea, which on the face of it would make sense. A lot of the players are Korean, and this obviously harks back to Apex, if any of you guys watched that. Probably the peak of Overwatch esports. It was incredible. Apex was. I get it. We all get it. Does anyone get it? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. So this is what Bren, I think, was alluding to. So if we go over here, we can see on Dexerto, there was an article. Obviously, this is from the 6th of September, actually. It says Overwatch League reportedly in talks with third-party tournament operators for 2024 season. Now, we know this is basically I've just pulled this article up as a reference, but this is ESL, essentially. Blizzard were reaching out to ESL to say, hey, will you host some of our leagues? Or will not even host our league. Will you just host tournaments? Because we don't have a plan. But we'll go through this just to sort of recap it. The Overwatch League is reportedly in talks with 2 third-party tournament organisers to host its 2024 season amid an uncertain future for the league. The Overwatch League is in talks with ESL Faceit Group and WDG Esports to organise its competitive circuit for the 2024 season, according to a report from GG Recon. ESL Faceit Group would take over operations in North America and Europe, while WDG Esports would take over production in Asia. These talks are in early stages, however, as the various OWL franchises have to hold a vote for the future of the league. If the teams vote against the continuation of the Overwatch League, they will receive a one-time termination payout of $6 million. And again, that's that payment I was talking to about before. Most teams will take that because they want damage limitation. Those franchises that vote to continue, however, will have to do so without the backing of Activision Blizzard and will need to find a new home to operate the league. Whether these 2 tournament operators will provide white-level production or organising, meaning their names will not be attached or fold out into their existing circuits, is unknown. Yeah, so, I mean, they are looking for a tournament organiser. They are looking to continue Overwatch esports. So I don't think it's done. I don't think Overwatch esports is just over. I think we're going to definitely see some form of Overwatch esports next year. But it's going to be a reset. I think it's going to be very uncertain for anybody involved as a player, anyone involved as management, coaching, talent, anything like that, behind the scenes, production, all of that. Because what's going to happen next year? Well, production is probably going to be gone completely. Because if that's being done by third-party organisers, then Blizzard don't need their own staff for that. They obviously don't need things like social media managers for their OWL accounts, I would imagine, or they need less because there's going to be less content, or it's not even going to be an Overwatch League. Again, we don't know. Like, this is the problem. It's all up in the air, and I can sit here and just wildly speculate as to where it's going to go, but we just don't know. But I think the fact is the players are now going to be sort of either retiring en masse from Overwatch or maybe trying to look at some way to get some sort of team. Maybe an actual esports org picks them up and it all starts again. I don't know. But again, the problem will be money. How much are they willing to pay? How much can teams make? You know, if teams had a guaranteed level of income from Blizzard, let's say, again, I'm just pulling figures literally out of my arse here. But imagine if it was like, oh yeah, if you owned a team, you could make $5 million a year through in-game item sales in Overwatch, right? Or something like that. Or we give you a share of the money we make from the shop. I don't know. That would mean that you, as a tournament, as a team owner, you could say, okay, we make $5 million every year, so we're going to spend a certain amount of money on the team, and then, yeah, we're just going to build from there. It would be sustainable in a way, but I don't think that's going to happen. But again, we don't know. I mean, like I said, I just literally pulled that scenario out of my arse. I'm sure a lot of esports orgs would like that, but again, who knows? But I do want to show you guys this, right? Because this is sort of like what could have been. So this is me. In the middle of the screen here, this is me. That's Jaws and Leg Day. And we hosted a thing called the Gilded Gala in London. You guys can see at the top here, 257 weeks ago. This was after the inaugural season win, so back in 2018. And I think it was in October, actually. I think it actually was like, yeah, I think it was October. It says on the bottom. You guys can't see. It says October the 26th. There you go, 2018. This was sort of a peek behind the curtain as to what could be. Now, this event, everyone here paid to attend this event. The teams, I think we had Houston. I think Houston came as well. Or only some of their players turned up because they had some travel problems, which was weird. But we had all the Spitfire team there. I was there, and we had a bunch of content creators from the UK, all Spitfire fans. But people paid to come to this event, and this was the vision. The hope was you could run these events alongside your actual events with, you know, Overwatch League games. So you're selling tickets and merchandise and all of that stuff. Then you're hosting these additional events, and then you're making money. But I can tell you guys, right, this event did not make money. I won't tell you the figures, but this event lost quite a lot of money because of the way it was monetized. Maybe there were things that could have been done differently here, but it was kind of done as marketing research. I think that's the way to write it off with the accountants. But there was definitely interest, and this is what makes it sad, I think, with Overwatch League when I look back, because, and it's Overwatch as well in general, where with this game and with its esports, you just see massive potential, but then you just see failure to deliver, and it's always from upper management positions, and it's always dropping people who are on the ground actually doing the good work in the crap. And yeah, I know we could talk for it for hours anyway. I'm not going to say that. I just wanted to put this video together to say sort of goodbye to Overwatch League, I suppose, because it is the end of it, as we know, and we'll have to wait and see what happens in 2024. But I would expect wholesale changes. I really wouldn't expect the franchises to remain, the names to remain even. I think there'll be totally new teams, and we go to an online tournament format, maybe like Counter-Strike, you know, where we have majors and just big tournaments. Teams can come and sort of play in. If there's enough prize money, if there's enough ways for teams to make money in the game, then maybe people will be interested. But I think a reset is definitely needed. All right, guys, thank you for listening and watching the video. If you enjoyed it, then do leave a like. And as ever, I'll do my best to keep the content coming. And I'll catch you lovely lot on the next one. See you soon.